Hello everybody and welcome for a new Kerbal Space Program video. In this video you will see a lot of things, but mostly tourism things, because we will do some money, because for making some moon missions, the objective of next Kerbal Space Program video, we will need a lot of money, because money is important to buy some things and to upgrade our buildings. So we are building like SSTO thing, but that will not be able to go in orbit. It's just a SSTS, single stage to space, we will say. So it's equipped with one motor at the middle and two motors of space in the side, because it will be able to go to space. So we need one motor to work in the atmosphere to just be economical, so one normal air engine, and two to go in space, so they need to be able to work without oxygen. So just making some modifications, put the tourist in, and we will do the first flight right now. And doesn't, because we will put 2 times more engines and 1 less for space, because it will work nicer to get some speed. The engines in air, they work just to get some speed in air, and the other is to complete suborbital flight. So the tourists paid us to make some suborbital flights, so we need those engines to work. So we are approximately at Mach 0.5 on the runway. It's very fast and didn't take off that much fast, so it's not that good, but we are approximately at 200 meters per second. Works great. We cannot retract the landing gear, so we'll lose speed with that, but except that we are pretty nice with a big angle of attack that is from 15 degrees, and the plane is taking approximately Mach 0.8. So our apoapsis is at 2,900 meters from the ground, and our periapsis is just low because we aren't going to be in orbit. This is just to make some economical flights to suborbital. Why I am making a SSTO and not a rocket? Because a rocket will be less expensive. It's because we can just reuse more things in an SSTO, so it makes less expensive, because you can, for example, get the engines back. So we are going to be in the upper atmosphere in some seconds. We are at 280 meters per second, and our apoapsis is at 5.9 kilometers from the ground, and we are at 5.9 kilometers from the ground. So pretty not much to say. Jebediah, our pilot, looks like he's serious, and our tourist enjoy a little bit, but as you can see, Virori is happy, but Isaac is like stressed, I think. So we can see the plane is nice taking off. We are at the night, it's not the right time to launch something with tourists, I think, but I just missed that. I just wanted to make them go to suborbital. We don't need to make them in day or other. This mission looks like a little bit like Blue Origin in real life, and yes, we just put on our engine, so we are now in closed circuit with just the engine of rocket training. So this mission is a little bit like Blue Origin 1, because Blue Origin is used to make some things like this. It just launched a plane first, and secondly they detach the rocket from the plane and launch the rocket from the upper atmosphere to just get suborbital but not orbital flight. So it's approximately the same thing as them. so it's nice and it looks like in real life. We just make this big encounter with more than 60 degrees because we are with a rocket engine, so we can fly up like a rocket, and we just want to be in orbit, so we don't care about being just from a good angle of attack. We are in upper atmosphere, so actually it's not acting like a plane, it's just we don't need the wings and other, we just need the things to work. So if we want, we can just cut the side things, the side boosters and the wings, but we want to get them back. So actually passing 1000 meters per second or 1 kilometer per second, so it's very fast, and we just complete the mission because our apoapsis is at 73 kilometers above the ground. So we are going to be in the not atmosphere thing, in space. So we are in space actually right now. Tourists are in space. It was the first tourist flight of this game, so hope you enjoy it. Because we will not do a lot of tourist missions because I try but I don't find a lot of missions that purpose me to send tourists. Actually I think it's the best missions because most of the tourist mission is missions that you've not completed yet, so you can make your science with sending tourists. It's more interesting than just sending a rocket with science, and you need to rethink about all the rocket to fit some tourists in there, so it's nice. We are going to land actually like a plane and a rocket in the both sides, so we are going to be at 8 kilometers from the ground level. We're at ground level, but we can set at sea level because we are going to land in sea. I don't take care of where I land, it's pretty much like all-terrain plane. So actually the plane is flying great. We can cut the motors, they were in reverse mode to just act like brakes because I don't have air brakes or anything like that. We're at 1100 kilometers per second. It's very slow for this plane, so it's why it's just going down like this. And we will land it with parachutes because I wanted to use some parachutes in case of, and it was really useful in that case. So we are at approximately 1 kilometer above the ground, parachutes deployed, and as you can see it works great. So we just have to wait until this touches the ground. Our tourist looks happy, and Jebediah is again a good pilot, so it's our best pilot right now, so we don't have to care about this. And we landed with some broken pieces like the motors and other, but we landed, so the pilot and the crew are alive and in the right state, so we can get all that back, and we have some money more, and all the engines and others that broke, we can just get them back. So we will look at this, it's research program. We can just make some things that give us, for example, science when you get missions. It's really nice. And prepare to launch some other things because we accepted a mission from ground. So we need to make another tourist mission because we found another tourist mission, and a little spoiler, this one will not work as great as before. It's why it's sped up at this point because you don't need to see all the mission, and I just cut the engine, I didn't know why, but we can fly, so going up like all the missions with a pretty big angle of attack. In real life it wouldn't work that thing, but this is a non-realistic game about planes. I just realized it when I got Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's nothing compared to this. So actually upper atmosphere, so the motor won't work anymore, we need to activate the big motor at the rear. You can see the fuel level on the top right, and it's going down pretty quickly, but our apoapsis don't raise up like we want. So this mission will actually fail, I'll spoil you, because you see our apoapsis is 4 kilometers lower than we need, so it doesn't work at like some liters, right? And a little crash, but we can recover it. I just don't fluid grid. Ready for takeoff, taking off. Angle of attack 10, 15 degrees, 10 degrees. Not that much. It was for taking speed, and actually it works. We were close to be at Mach 1, but never passed. This engine is not as powerful as we need for that. I just saved it to save the progress and just make it straight up as I can. So we're approximately at 70, 80 degrees, and our apoapsis is at 50 kilometers. Oxidizer pretty much out, and the apoapsis is good, so we were in space, but it was really fast. It's not like Blue Origin's mission where they go to space from 10 minutes approximately. Us it's just 2 or 3 minutes. More is expensive, so we can do more. And this is the plane that's going to land. We used the motor to save all, and as you can see, nothing is broken, so it's very worth it for this mission. So we are gonna build some rover right now, because we have some missions from thermical studies on the ground, so it's very fast rover, I think, because I just put some engine on it, and it's I don't remember it. It's a plain engine, so it will go fast. We will not activate the engine most of the time. As you can see, it's shut down right now. So we're going really fast for a rover, more than 30 meters per second. It's a tenth of the sound wall speed. It's not that much for a sports car, but for a rover that goes on the ground, it's very fast. As you can see, 60 meters per second for this. We just made all the temperature studies, and we have to just brake and get the rovers back. So this is a build from the last rocket of the video, so you can subscribe if you just watch to here and enjoy this, to don't miss the other videos. 3 videos per week, so about different subjects and video games. And this is how this rocket flew. We made this rocket to make some experiences on the right, but I made a big mistake. I made it flew between 2 missions, between 2 places, and I thought we can just make the boss missions, and actually I messed up both of them, so it was a rocket spent for nothing. I thought I can just recover to launch and no problem, but I clicked on the wrong button, and actually I paid the whole rocket and the whole trip to space. So it was a tourist mission for just Jebediah. So see you the next time, and thank you for watching all.